Already cancelled.
Hey everyone, welcome. Yes, already cancelled podcast. Keen Yaz of Nisha doing it out of the Hills podcast studio in Bella Vista. Welcome. How's it going on?
How you going? How's everyone doing? You feeling good?
Good. Interesting choice of hat there today, Yaz. I kind of like it.
It's funny that you call this a hat because it's definitely not a hat.
Oh, well, yeah, same thing.
It's a beanie.
It's a beanie.
And by the way, as a child, I used to call them bikinis. And I didn't know the difference. So I would go into shops and ask for bikinis. And
You're joking.
I swear to God, they'd look at me weird. And I never understood why until my sister came with me once.
And you learned.
Wait, how
And
old?
she was like,
life
why
lesson.
are you...
How old?
Not even, not that young. Like old enough to know it's a beanie. Like past 10.
Teenager?
Yeah.
Past 10 years old.
Maybe like up between 10 and 12, I'd say. And my sister's like, what did you just ask for? And I'm like, a bikini. And she's like... And then I realised that it's actually a beanie.
That's really funny.
That's why they used to look at me weird.
You know prosciutto? I used to call that prostitute. So I remember...
She just trumped me.
I'll just get a prostitute, please.
Yes, I call you Betty-Az and I raise you a prostitute.
well, no, I remember being at like the local Woolies or Coles or whatever. And I remember saying out loud to mum and she was grocery. I was like, oh, look, prostitute.
Did you actually call it prostitute?
And
Wow.
mum was like, no, that's not what that is. And it was so odd because I've never we don't buy prosciutto.
How do you say prosciutto?
Prosciutto, right?
Well, I say bruschetto.
No, that's
No,
bruschetta.
That's
Bruschetta
bruschetta. It's
is
just
different to, what is it, prosciutto?
prosciutto.
Prosciutto, there it is.
It's a hard word.
Say it one more time.
Prosciutto.
Yeah, but how do you say it in Italian?
I don't
Prosciutto.
know.
No, prosciutto.
Oh, prosciutto.
That's what I said.
No, you
No, you
said
said
bruschetto or something like that. You said something weird, bro. There's something weird coming over from there.
You did.
Oh, whatever.
By the
Sorry
way,
to
we'll
us
leave
Italians.
the Italian language to the Italians.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really tired because, and I'm trying to like wake up. I went to a concert yesterday, right? The one and only Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh, you're a Swiftie.
Who's that?
I never knew you were a Swiftie.
No, okay. I'm going to be very honest how this all happened. Very graciously, we're able to. I was able to go on behalf of Netflix, Australia. Well, and I went with my friend. So he works with Netflix, whatever. He basically was like, "You can come with me." I was totally a +1, but I had the best time, and I couldn't say no because I had to experience this, right? Now, I have grown up with Taylor Swift, so I know a lot of I know a bunch of her songs, at least a good 8 or 9. Okay, maybe not that many.
But
8 or 9 is a debut, an EP.
You don't
What-
know
what?
8 Taylor Swift songs.
Yes, I
If
do.
I was to ask you to name 8 right now, you'd be
Okay,
able to?
God, let's try.
Go, 8 songs.
Okay, so Bad Blood,
Yeah,
Shake It Off,
yeah,
Love Story,
yeah.
hold on, Love Story.
Hold
We've
On,
got
yeah, that's
Cardigan.
right.
No, not Hold On.
Oh,
is that a
sorry.
song? Oh,
Well, I don't
Cardigan.
know. I'm just assuming. I'm just doing this as if it's right and I have no idea.
Cardigan. We have Lover.
You're making these up, aren't
No,
you?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Lover, Midnight. And we have Blank Space, which is my favorite. It's
7.
already, that's
Okay, so
7.
there's 7.
Okay, anyway, one more. Right.
Just go for one more. Just finish it off.
Finish it off. Okay, and I don't know why.
Taylor Swift fans are hating you right
No,
now.
I know.
Hating you.
I know.
You went and experienced their goddess in
Yeah.
a box and you did not deserve it.
I
Can't
was
even
not
name
fair.
8.
Fair,
You used to
no.
think about the actual person that was a fan that didn't get to go because it was sold out.
Yeah.
And here we go, and a person that knows 8 of her
Not even
243
8.
songs.
7.
No.
243 songs she has released.
I don't know why I'm going blank.
Blank, is that one of them?
No, Blank
sounds,
Space.
It kind of sounds... Oh, blank space.
I already said that one though. Now I'm annoyed because I feel like I can say 8. I've just gone blank with all the pressure.
Well, anyways, we know you're not a fan. Continue.
No, okay, I'm not. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm not an avid listener of Taylor Swift, but in saying that, she's the type of artist where it's such a big phenomenon of like just her career and what she's achieved and where she's at, and also the gravitational pull she has with all like her fans that you have to experience her live, like as if you wouldn't want to.
You could have just watched the documentary.
No, it's so different. Just like how Jared tells me going to a sports game is very different when you watch it behind the screen, when you're there and everyone's
That's when
chanting.
he tells you to get some time away from you.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, but I went to one and I agreed. Like, I had no idea what was going on, but everyone was chanting, everyone was screaming.
It's the
Get us out.
atmosphere. It's the atmosphere.
Atmosphere. When I tell you, seeing 86,000 or whatever people in that room and not one seat was empty, it was full capacity. She's performing, and to be fair, she performs very well.
Of course,
she's
yeah, I've seen some of it.
she's so great. She's very talented. I was saying watermelon for half of the song, so I didn't look like I didn't know the lyrics. You know that thing where you go watermelon, water, and it looks like you're singing the lyrics of the
You
song?
weren't actually doing that, were you?
For some of it, yeah, it was. For the ones that I didn't know, because I didn't know some albums, like her, is it
You were such
Evermore?
a follower. You were such a follower.
What do you mean?
Like you would sing Watermelon to make it look as if you knew the songs. So people around you.
That doesn't work.
You think that people around you are looking at you singing Taylor Swift
No,
songs?
but I don't. But
Venetia-
I saw someone on social media post a video of them like not knowing all the lyrics to singing,
And they would have got smashed.
and they got like not just smashed. Like it went so viral. People were so mean in the comments. I just got terrified.
Yeah, well,
I'll be
wait till the
honest.
video of you comes out and going, look at
Watermelon.
Look at this chick just saying watermelon throughout
That's
the
a
whole
Harry
song.
Styles song.
You know that doesn't work, right?
It was so nice.
All right, start mouthing. I'll sing a song and you start
Okay,
mouthing watermelon.
go.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. So I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
It was a really great concert. Now, I won't lie though, like I was looking at the crowd and you had so many beautiful families. Like the kids were so excited, and then you have the
Oh,
parents.
yeah, you would have had dads there, eh?
But you know what? And the dads were there, and the dads were dancing to shake it off. They were, and like it was a really actually a beautiful moment to witness. But you know what? Kind of like it took me back a little was seeing moms crying with their kids crying, watching Taylor Swift is like.
Were the mums crying at the kids or the mums crying?
No, because they're massive
of Taylor.
Taylor Swift fans.
Wow.
Which
Or they were
she-
crying because the husband's eyes were locked onto Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah.
6'2" body with blonde hair.
That's
and
right. And there's two
beautiful.
to $3,000 for family tickets and in expenses.
Taylor Swift is really my type.
She's a beautiful girl and she's talented. Look, I'm gonna give her honestly a 10 out of 10 for the
show?
whole show.
Yeah.
But you know what I realized as well? Why I think she's such a phenomenon. Obviously, she's an incredible songwriter.
Because she looks a bit like Michael Jackson, and we're trying to
she
fill that gap.
doesn't look like Michael Jackson.
A little bit. If you were
How?
to if you were to pin her nose a little bit up, Ken, back me up here, please.
I'm looking at her right
If
now.
you were to
She doesn't-
if you were to pin her nose upwards like this a bit, she would look like Michael Jackson.
She does
She'll give
not
the
look like
Michael
Michael-
Jackson effect, but that's with everyone that pins their nose up a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
do
have
it,
the
Kean.
Michael effect.
kind
Look.
of,
Kean, you do
Ken, wait a second. You kind of look like
Young Michael?
teenage Michael, like 15 to 18-year-old Michael. Wow, bit chubbier, but
Yeah, yeah.
lift the nose up a bit,
It's not- you're not really
a little
lifting
bit
it.
more.
Is that Michael?
Okay. Also, Michael didn't look like that when he was 15.
Yeah, it was a little light skin. Oh, it was a bit darker, but
No, but his nose, he didn't have any of the surgery at 15.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just wanted to say I look like
I
Michael.
just wanted Kean to lift his nose up.
Oh, by the way, at some point I've got to talk to you about the new Michael Jackson biopic that's coming out and who is actually going to be playing Michael.
Oh,
Is it you?
really?
No.
Oh,
Honestly, this guy sounds exactly like Michael.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Exactly the same. Dances just as good as well.
is it going to be as good as the Elvis biopic? That was good.
I reckon
That
it will
was
be. I reckon
great.
it will be.
What's his name? The bloke that acted as Elvis, something Butler.
I don't know, but
Austin
he was
Butler.
good. That was a great movie.
Do you know he can't get rid of the Elvis?
He's struggling to get rid of it, eh?
Yeah,
'Cause he
people
did-
were so mean to him
Yeah.
online about it.
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
what happens. He did 3 years of speech therapy to sound like him.
Him.
What makes you think he's going to just drop
Drop
it?
it.
No,
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
Exactly.
Well, the new Michael Jackson, I might as well just tell you,
yeah, please.
it's Jafar Jackson. It's his actual nephew.
I saw this.
His nephew is playing
I just
him
got
in the new
goosebumps.
biopic, and he's half Colombian, half American. And one of his songs, I went back and watched one of his songs.
Yeah.
In Brazil I think it was in Rio on
Yeah.
the rooftop of like these the buildings there,
Yeah.
dancing around, bro. I was just like, whoa.
Wait, is this part of the movie or is
No,
this
I just saw
legitimately-
this. This is his actual Jafar Jackson song,
Yeah.
right.
and his voice, everything is Michael. It's
Really?
Michael. Yeah.
I'm looking at a photo of him right now. They also
at him.
look very similar.
Very similar.
Wait, does he look like new Michael Jackson or old Michael Jackson?
Old, like
Oh, young.
young Michael, young Michael.
Young Michael
Excuse me.
Jackson. But yeah, don't you think like it's crazy how Taylor Swift is like, she's like the biggest artist in the world. Like she's in, a lot of people are comparing it to being like, not music wise, but just fame level of like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, 100%.
and,
That's what I was
you
going
know.
to say. Like she's the new Michael.
She's
You know what I
shutting
mean?
down cities. It's insane.
And
It's
not
wild.
not just that. Like three sold out shows that she did in Sydney.
Yeah.
And that's at 90,000 capacity.
I think it was 86,000.
86,000.
86,000. Oh, 4,000
in
difference.
Melbourne, it's 96.
Yeah, that's a
And
big
she's sold out there too?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's probably going to be performing to about 1 million people by the end of this tour.
Well,
just in Australia.
She broke Ed Sheeran's. I'm pretty sure she's going to break Ed Sheeran's Australian record.
And then
I think she
on top of that, the documentary that she just released. Lorraine was watching it the other day. I fell asleep to it. Sorry, anyone, but I was just tired.
You know how much money she's making off this tour?
Like, she'd be a billionaire.
Oh, yeah,
She'll be a billion, but she will make $1 billion from this tour.
Yeah.
I reckon she would make close to, if not,
Could
500 million.
She's averaging about 10 million per show in her pocket. That's crazy.
Big money.
So
Big money.
crazy.
Big money. Interesting artist. Interesting story. The Kanye's thing. She was so young.
I know.
I didn't realize how young she was. She was like,
young.
I think she was only like 17, 18 years old.
Oh, when Kanye jumped on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was horrendous.
That was so mean.
And then when you look at it and like you just look at it and you go, look at Kanye now, and you're like I don't know. I find a bit of humor in it. Like, I do find it a bit funny how Kanye jumped up and did that. I thought, oh, that's just Kanye.
Yeah, but what do you
funny.
mean? Now look at
But
Jay-Z
then-
and Beyonce. They've completely cut him off.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. But look at Kanye, like exactly like that erraticness
Yeah.
that he was trying to stand up for them, and I don't know, whatever. But then also the Scooter Braun situation.
Yeah, Scooter
Took all her masters, or
And
in some
she
shape or
came
form.
back,
Then she
like-
came back and re-released the same shit.
Well,
So
that's why.
smart.
Well, that's why
So
she's so big now. That's what's happened. She reignited that fuel of Taylor Swift that everyone like was obsessed
Well,
with
she-
back in after 2010 or whatever.
Yeah, she did Taylor's version. And you know what's so smart about that? Well, one, I don't think anyone saw it coming. But two, now there's like an actual, I don't know if it's a law or whatever.
Yeah, there'd be some sort of
they
thing
put
around
in
it.
place so an artist can't do that again,
But-
where they recreate basically.
But her fans, I think that point is when she solidified her community, like the people that listen to her fans, because she relied on them to get her downloads back up.
Yeah.
For that, and that was so. It was like everyone. I'm assuming for a Swiftie, it would have felt like an obligation to only listen to her new versions,
Yeah.
not the old.
Oh, they
versions.
wouldn't. No,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
They wouldn't. And you know what's so, now I'm thinking about this. Like, her fandom isn't just normal. Like, it is extraordinary. Like, walking and seeing that many people trying to get into a venue, one, was just wild. But two, there were people sitting there with signs saying, please give me a ticket. I need 2 spare tickets. I need 1 spare ticket. Like, just standing out there.
Begging.
I
And
find
then-
that pathetic.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
And then people, not only
Pathetic.
that, you had people outside the stadium. I don't know if it was here in the one we were there last
Just
night, but in
crying.
other venues and other stadiums, like 30,000 people or like
outside the venue.
outside just trying to listen to her show.
That's just wild.
That's
Okay, here's the big question
that's her
though.
So
pull.
pathetic.
We know about something in the
it's
industry
amazing, though.
called plants.
yeah,
Taylor Swift.
She's not a plant. She's definitely not a plant.
she's not a plant. She's
worked pretty hard, man.
No, she did. She's always liked music, but I wouldn't say she worked harder than the average artist that's made it. Dude, she comes from
Yeah.
money. Her dad
No,
owns
no.
ranches.
I know.
Her dad's a billionaire.
Yeah. She comes from money. But what I'm saying is, like, you've seen her evolution from like the cowboy days with like country girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, by the
with
way,
the guitar.
that's her authentic. That's authentic Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and that was her OG, I would say, Taylor Swift, because what she's done so well is she's been able to capitalize on, not the right word, but I guess it's true, is she's been able to go through, ride every genre when there's been a change so well. From country, when it went to more like,
Yeah, but
you
did
know,
she lead
pop,
the
a bit of
way? She would have
EDM.
been someone that led the way, wouldn't she?
I think what she did well, unique to her, is name another artist who's been able to adapt so well from all the way from like the early 2000s to where we are now, right? And been able to have successful hits all throughout those,
Yeah.
eras.
That's true.
But she didn't make the switch because she authentically wanted to make the switch. She made the switch because that was the only way she was going to become a pop star.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
she
part of
still
an artist's journey.
songwrites so well, and
Yeah.
because she does all her songwriting. There is something there where it's like if
Does
someone
she?
is, yeah, she does.
She writes all her own
she writes
stuff?
Yeah, she
all her
does.
own
She does
stuff.
write a lot of it. That's why it's always breakup songs, because it's after she wrote after she's had a breakup,
that's
then she
fair.
writes a song. So
That's fair.
She's
so
what she's known for
you
is her
can't
songwriting.
you can't take away her talent, but it is part of an artist's growth to consistently not rebrand yourself, but develop yourself into newer music. Like, you look at Beyonce now doing a country song. Beyonce just dropped a country song.
Yeah, I
Did
know.
she really?
Have you not heard it? I think it's the most awful thing I've ever heard in my life. It's just not her. But all these artists, like you sent me that video of Kanye the other day, him walking through his different brands of who he is.
That was a great video.
What an excellent thing to see how an artist has grown from college dropout to vultures now.
To whatever,
You know, and now Taylor Swift from country to, you know, the I don't even know how to describe the genre of her music.
I would say she's pop.
The brand, her image has just been constantly refined and developed to something new. And it was the breakup girl, then now it's like the power girl.
Has it though? See, that's
yeah, it has.
Like the Taylor Swift I see on stage now is the same Taylor Swift I saw 10 years ago.
No, it's
just
not,
with a bigger following. That's what I see.
But like she has dabbled into different genres. Remember the song like?
Oh, she did a song. Kendrick and her did a song.
No, like so. Her
she's always been doing with rap. Sorry, Venetia.
Yeah, but you have like her Reputation era, which was very like grungy, and it was her response to all the snakes in her comments and the whole thing with Kim Kardashian, I think, and all that stuff. And then you have her country's albums, and you have like she dropped like a folk album, and Evermore, which is like literally like folk music, and then she's got her traditional pop songs, and then even that song, the one where everyone did the meme with the Billy Goat, I've been na 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 na. That was more EDM.
Yeah.
EDM vibe.
But then you look at artists like Post Malone who've done the same. It's called being eclectic. There's different. There's so many different sounds and vibes. You can
Wait, Taylor released an actual proper rap song, didn't she? With T-Pain.
What?
She was rapping. She was like, "Yo, it's Tay Swizzle and
T-Pain just bust out his auto-tune hooks.
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
Actually, I probably have.
She's definitely not performing it. On the
No, I don't think so.
What's it called? The Eras Tour?
The Eras Tour.
Eras Tour.
Yeah. Which is...
Era. E-R-A?
Yeah.
Yeah, era. Like an era.
Era. That's a swear word in Arabic. Anyways.
Yeah, well, it was great.
My brain just...
How rude of her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. So all in all...
I had a really good time.
And have you become a Swiftie?
I don't think I've become... I don't resonate.
Like that.
I don't resonate with the music. I have to admit that. But in saying that...
Do you think it's a racial thing why you don't resonate?
No, I think it's just... it's I don't know what it is. I've never... But in saying that, her old stuff like Blank Space and Love Story is just so nostalgic that...
That's why
there's a lot of love there. But yeah, I don't think I'll be like really listening.
Do you think her concert was better? I don't know if you've ever seen a Coldplay concert, but it's considered to be the greatest show of all time.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, Coldplay is apparently ridiculous. Have you seen it on YouTube or anything?
Yeah, I've seen clips.
Could you compare it to Taylor Swift's? Do you think there was the same energy there?
Well, I haven't seen a proper Coldplay, but look, I think it's also very different when you have like a band like that. It's a very different feeling. Like when I saw Tyler the Creator live, he didn't have hardly nowhere near as much show production.
No, he wouldn't.
It was very like minimal. I want to say, but his artistry, and I think because it just resonates with me more, I couldn't keep my eyes off him. I was so like, but once again, I think the music has to resonate with you.
Yeah.
And when she was playing her classics, I was screaming at the top of my lungs.
Of course.
And then
I've been out too late.
Yeah, shake it. I was like having the best time.
Sorry, I just got confused. I thought that was a Katy Perry song for a second.
No, he was going to correct.
Is it?
No, it's not. It's
Shake It Off. I wouldn't know.
Let's Shake It Off.
Taylor.
Let's Shake It Off. Yeah, sorry.
But no, so but like you have to love the artist. That's what it's And I was an experience. It was amazing, and I'm happy I did it. It's off the checklist, but.
There you go.
That's where
that was uncomfortable for me then.
What?
Trying to correct something that didn't need correction.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
Sorry about that.
I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you.
But next time.
But I do have a list of funnily speaking. Is it funnily speaking? Well, either way.
Funnily speaking.
Okay, I'm even more uncomfortable again.
You're just having like
things that make humans
meltdown.
Uncomfortable. I have a list here.
Okay.
That I think is bang on.
Correcting
someone.
That's correct already.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hearing your own voice when it's recorded.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
Not for me, or I don't know. I can't speak for you guys.
You
but
like
this is what we do every day.
No, but that's a lie. 'Cause I remember you used to say, I can't hear myself back on radio.
Oh, that's just anything I do. Whether I record videos, whether it's a photo, whether it's I hate re-looking at it.
Is that what you're saying? Because I don't.
Just like if you hear, for example, you listen back to whatever we talk about,
Yeah.
it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yes. I can't.
Really?
I can't listen.
It makes me feel uncomfortable hearing you too. No, Jake.
Well, you got no choice. I'm sorry. But listening to like when we're on radio or even now the podcast, I can't listen to it back.
Really?
But music is different. When I release a song, I have to listen to it 101 times.
So I know where you're coming from though. So if I was to record someone that isn't in our industry, because I have to separate that, right? Because 90% of my day is literally talking into a microphone and hearing myself in headphones, right? The average person doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But they hate their own voice, and they'll always be like, is that what I sound like?
Yeah. And
So
it goes the same with laughing when you hear yourself laugh.
Oh, the laughs are bad.
Yeah.
Hearing yourself laugh also makes people uncomfortable. Awkward silences in conversations.
Okay. Yes.
The queen of it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't do awkward
queen of trying to
silences.
combat it.
Yeah, I'm the
You
queen
try
of
combat.
combating it. So this literally happened 3 days ago. It was on the weekend, and Jared, he literally said this to me. He goes, "Why?" Because basically it was a networking event, and I started networking, and when I kid you not, I just started yapping. And I admit it, like I had out of body experiences where I was like, "Shut up, Isha!" Like it's too much.
Really?
But I just kept talking, and he was like, "Why do you talk so much?" Like, we said we were going to leave at 9, and we left at like 11 because you just wouldn't. And I was like, "Yeah, but like." You know when you feel like you have to overcompensate for like someone else? So when I was talking to like, it was very lovely, but I felt like the conversation was finishing, but it was finishing awkwardly, and I couldn't let that happen. So I just kept finding questions.
Really?
Do you think it's
To
like
talk
an OCD or something of yours?
I'm so scared that it's just gonna get to that moment where everything is silent, and then we're just all looking at each other, and then you try to think of a question, and that's even more awkward. So
you try to just keep it going, keep it flowing.
I hate awkward
I'm the
silences.
complete opposite. I talk very little.
Yeah, same.
Like, for example, when we're not doing the show,
Yeah.
you guys know this, when we're in meetings.
Yeah.
I just stay quiet. Unless I really need to talk and I really need to say something, I won't. I'll just
But what
sit
about
there.
at a networking event? Like when there's people around and they're like, hey, like it's just you and this random person.
I
What's up, mate?
won't waste my time with a random person.
But what if they start talking to you and be like, hey, like, the whole purpose is to network at this event? They go, what do you do, mate?
I'll have a brief chat with them, but realistically speaking, if there's nothing you can give me, I don't want to talk.
That's true. I'm
trying to elevate myself. Like I would love to help people around me, but let me help myself first.
But how would you end the conversation? Like, what if he's like, yeah, and I do this?
All right, mate.
I've been ending conversations my whole life, like really well. You got to realize, because I've worked in the like nightlife industry, so I've ran nightclubs, obviously DJ'd everywhere. People know you and you don't know them, but they assume that you know them. So they'll try hold a conversation, and I'll just need to get out, and I'll be like, "Hey, give me 2 seconds, I'll be back," and I'll never be back.
Wow.
It works every time. Give me 2 seconds, bro, I'll be back, and then just walk off.
Well, leading on from that, saying goodbye, and then walking in the same direction.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like humans are becoming aware of that though, and they're now starting to not do that.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly, if that happened to me, I would just go, oh, sorry, my car's that way, even if it's the same way as.
Oh, of course you would.
I would walk around the block.
How uncomfortable.
Oh gosh.
What about getting caught zoning out and staring at someone at the same time? So when you zone out in the middle of the day, you're just daydreaming, and then someone makes eye contact with you, and you don't realize you've been staring at them the entire time.
Can't say I've ever done that.
No, I don't think I do that.
Never done that in like an office environment or like it's high school or anything.
No, office environment would be so weird.
Yeah,
Straight to HR.
I pick the area that I need to stare at, and I make sure there's no people around.
Wow, so you're actively thinking.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Wait, stop.
You're actively thinking of what you're going to stare
Anisha
at.
will sit on a park bench and go, all right, time to zone out, everyone. And then she'll look, she'll be like, that's a good spot.
No, sometimes
And just hold it?
if I'm like, okay, let me get some context because I agree that sounded real weird.
That was weird.
Like if I'm writing an email and it's difficult or something, or I'm writing something and it's difficult, sometimes you just take a pause and you just want to rest your eyes and like you'll look away or whatever, you're just scanning the room. But then sometimes you stare at something and it feels good to just stare. Have you ever had that experience?
No, and I think I've had this conversation with you before. What do you mean it feels good to stare?
Like you just like zoned out and you're looking at something and you just, I don't know. You just
Is it a meditative thing?
maybe it's meditative. I think you're right because it just feels good for a while to stare at something and then you realize, right, well, no one's around. I'll just stare at that wall.
You know what that reminds me of?
You could watch your grass grow, couldn't you? She's so good.
It's like
Not
that.
for that
It
long.
reminds me of that safety commercial they used to air on TV in Australia, and it'd be like, "You never know when you're going to slip into one of these micro sleeps."
That's not
Do
a
you guys know that ad?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like you're doing. You're just slipping into it, and you don't realize what's going on.
No, but it's not a sleep. You're not sleeping. You're well aware that you're staring at nothing.
How? So why would you keep staring at it if you're well aware
Because
of
it
it?
feels kind of good. I know people experience this, where they stare at something and it just kind of feels good to just look at that.
I think
dot
you
in the wall.
purposely come on this show and say the most ridiculous things to get a reaction from me and Yaz.
I actually don't. I'm telling you, try it. Can you just try it and see
What do you mean? So just find somebody. Well, obviously there's a light in
not
my
the
eyes.
light, but look at the corner of the room right there.
By the way, my eyes make me so uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys realize, but like sometimes I blink really hard.
Oh,
It's
I've
kind of like
never
a
noticed.
tick because I hate the feeling of my eyes.
That's
So this
another.
probably won't work for me. Let's try it. Okay.
It's a medical
What do I do?
condition,
Do I
yes.
stare or do I close my eyes? What do I do?
Yeah, look at the corner somewhere dark, so it's not too bright,
Yeah.
and just stare. Just see how long you can hold it for, and just like think of nothing really. Just zone out. All your worries are.
That's so
Wrong.
stupid.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I think I've become the light. I'm the light.
Like, give me a couple grams of mushrooms. I'll be able to do that for 8 hours.
How
but
about this?
Besides that.
How about this one? Things that make humans uncomfortable. Waving back at someone who wasn't waving at you.
Oh, the greatest.
Oh, I do that. I do it at least once a month. I
Yeah.
know that's weird, but like the amount of times that I'd be like,
Oh,
it's
hand up and then
horrible.
scratch the back of your head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone's wearing sunnies. It's always the people with sunnies that catch me.
Oh, because you don't know where they're
'Cause
looking.
You don't know where
at.
they're looking. So they're looking out, they're waving, and I'm like,
Kian just thinks that everyone knows him. So
No,
he's like,
no.
it has to be for me.
how if someone's direction is right at you and they're waving, I'm not going to
Yeah.
just like walk past and not do anything.
No, I know you feel rude. You feel, rude if you don't.
So you
yeah.
do a little slight like,
Yeah.
and then they like put their hand down and then like they do a smirk and then you look back and there's someone behind you like, oh.
I just realized I'm actually sick in the head.
Why?
You guys have never come shopping with me, eh?
No.
I do that. I'm the aggressor. I purposely make people think I'm waving at them.
That's
I know
horrible.
it actually sounds messed up. I'm sitting here and I was like, I actually do this. And even when I walk past, what are they called? Where like chicks go get their nails done,
Oh, the nail
Salon.
salon.
like nail salons, beauty
Yeah.
salons, whatever. I walk past,
You'll
them
wave?
and I'm like, oh hey, and then like they'll get confused and they'll be like,
That's horrible.
because it's always quiet in there.
That's not horrible.
But
That's
yeah.
called treating the world as if it's your playground.
But I'll be walking towards someone and like I'll be with my mates. It's just a way for me to get a bit of a giggle because yesterday you spoke. I like messing with people.
yeah.
Something I like doing. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And like they'll be walking towards me and I'll be like, and then they'll go, and I'll be like, and they'll be like, and they'll get really confused.
You know what that reminds me of? Like I had this interaction with someone. It was at an award ceremony, and I was walking out, and like I made eye contact with someone that I've seen on social media.
Ooh, someone famous.
Yes,
Ah.
but I was trying to recognize who they were. But they made eye contact with me, and I think because I was really like I was staring, they thought that I recognized them. Then I thought maybe they knew me, and then we ended up going, "Hi, how are you?" And had a full on conversation.
you both
Two people who don't know each other acting like they know each other.
Yes, and then
That's got to be some sort of effect, like the I don't know, like the not like what how would you title that effect?
So like you know each other, but you don't know each other.
Was that the case?
No,
you
he
knew each
definitely didn't know me. Like that
and
was
you definitely
that,
didn't know him?
That was apparent. No, I actually recognized him at the end,
you
but he
only-
never
so-
met me before. Like
Who
right-
was it? Who was
That's
it?
the don't know each other effect.
Who was it?
It was. He's a singer. His name escapes me though. I'll have to find
Oh,
it.
so it's not even that
No,
popular.
no, he is. So online, he's really well popular. I've heard like a few of his songs, but I'm trying to recall. But I think because I've seen him so much, like
Aussie?
yeah, and I've seen him so much on my like For You page, newsfeed, all that.
Young?
He's very tall. He's
Oliver.
young. No,
Oliver Cronin.
No. I know Oliver Cronin. I've met him a few times. This guy I have never met. And the poor thing, I end up like having this full-on conversation.
He probably
with him
thought,
and
oh, this
he
weird
was-
fan.
Yeah,
He
probably.
probably thought you're a weird fan.
And because I made it look like I knew him, it was funny. So that should
You
have
put
it.
yourself in that
Yeah, you
situation.
do.
I'm sorry.
I think I am the problem.
I think you are the epitome of uncomfortable, human uncomfortable.
so.
But I think there's one that takes the cream of the crop. The most uncomfortable thing for a human
Yeah.
is walking back after bowling.
Oh, bro.
100% the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Oh,
Especially,
it really is.
especially if you hit a strike.
If you get a strike,
If you get a strike, there's as we spoke about it. There's
Okay.
a specific face.
there is. It's called the bowling face. The strike face. Strike face or bowling
Strike face. It's the strike. I think it's the
What?
strike face.
Okay, do me a favor. Ready? Turn around. Just on your seat. On your seat. All right, ready? So you're going to bowl the ball. You're going to get a strike, Keen, and then turn around.
Perfect. It's like you hold it in. You're holding in the excitement that you've just accomplished something, but you got to
just don't
turn
wanna
around.
Look, you don't want to look too
You don't
cocky,
wanna- you
but you're
don't wanna
like,
look like I'm so happy I got a strike because
Yeah.
it's just bowling.
yeah.
You know? Like it's just bowling.
Yeah.
But like, you know, there's like that. It's like you suck both your lips in.
But is it
And you try to look away from everybody, and even the walk back because you got to make sure you don't slip because the shoes are slippery as well. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's so many things that can go wrong after you've done a strike.
Yeah.
You get too excited, you might fall over. Like there's too many things. Then
but
you go and
how
sit
is it
back
awkward?
down.
I don't get how it's awkward.
It is. It's uncomfortable. I don't know how I can't explain it, but it is. He's got it 100%.
Because when you hit a strike, you feel so good. You almost feel like, you're a boss. So you walk back and you're like, what?
Yeah, but
exactly.
That's what I'm
It's not
saying. It's just
awkward.
bowling. Like, relax, guys. You got a strike. All right.
Because realistically, no one's really meant to care, but you care so much. But you care so much that you got a strike that you want everyone to celebrate with you, but you're not going to turn around and be like,
but that's all right.
It's not going to happen.
Unless it's a competition, I'll put that aside. If you're just out with your mates, but yeah, no, it's got to be that the most uncomfortable thing. And we'll do that in a sec. Even the fact if like you get a strike and no one celebrates, like they missed your accomplishment.
Bunch of haters.
So you want to turn around and be like, yeah, I got a strike, but not tell him you got a strike. So you go sit down and wait for it to pop up on the screen.
Yeah, you're just waiting.
Trying to get everyone's attention.
And like, oh, you got a strike. You're like, oh yeah, it's nothing. But you're so happy that you got one. Yeah. Oh man, I say that's.
I agree with you.
That's celebration.
I agree with you.
That's good.
Bowling back in the day.
Back in the day.
I get too competitive.
Yeah. Did you guys go bowling when you were younger?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Back
time.
in the day? Like back in the day?
Yeah. Did you?
Huh?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And it got me thinking, right?
Oh, no.
I miss the past.
I can't help you with that,
I'm trying to figure out a way to segue into this. And I know Kian tried to throw me a alley-oop there and I missed it.
No,
Anyways, we're going to do this thing today called Waking Up in the Past.
Okay.
And today we're going to go 20 years in the past, guys.
Oh, gosh.
20 years ago.
Yeah. I'm going to do
2000,
10 years
2004?
old.
2004. Were you 10?
Yeah. 20 years ago, I was 10.
No, that's an absolute.
That is the stupidest.
That's it.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
no,
wait,
she's
no, you're right.
Yeah, no, you're
Why did I think she was 34 for a second?
Wow. What? Okay. Rude.
Did you think she was 34 as well?
I thought 24.
Oh,
I
geez.
completely missed that up. I missed that
yep,
up.
10 years old.
Nishi, you're 100% correct. You were 10.
Wow, well done. First time for everything.
Shut up.
I love how we're flipping this on her when we're actually the
You're
problem.
such gaslight.
That was bad. That was really bad. Might have to edit that one out. Okay.
No.
I'm just going to narrate this, guys. I want you to envision this. Pretend you're back to yourself.
Okay, great.
You wake up on Friday, December 3rd, 2004, to the sound of your alarm clock blaring Green Day's American Idiot. Oh. The anthem of the year it was back then. Feel free to chat about this as well if you guys want. You're rubbing the sleep from your eyes. You realize you fell asleep playing Vice City on your PlayStation 2 last night.
Oh, all the cheat codes.
The neon lights from your TV of the virtual Miami still lingering in your mind.
Up, down, left, right, circle, square. R1, R2.
Almost.
Something like that.
A little bit off there. Evanisha probably never played Vice City in her life.
I think once.
You roll out of bed. You reach for your Motorola flip phone to check any missed calls or messages. You have none.
That's so true.
Because no one really cared back then, right? It was only for emergencies. You decide to quickly jump onto your Windows XP computer that's been on for 3 days now.
Checking MSN.
You close the mini clip and funny junk tabs. And you open your home screen to Yahoo. You catch a glimpse of the news headlines of 2004. The devastating Indian Ocean tsunami. The re-election of George W. Bush. And the launch of this brand new website called Facebook.
Oh my gosh, we were there in the inception.
A platform you've heard about but haven't experienced it yet. And you think to yourself, I'll never make an account.
Got to be 18, don't you?
Yeah, whoever was though, let's be honest. Now your mum insists on taking you to school today. So as you head out, the radio turns on in the car and reports of war in Iraq are taking over the airwaves, alongside discussions about some new reality TV shows that are taking over. The Apprentice and The Biggest Loser.
You're fired. You're fired.
The Biggest Loser. I love that.
That was huge
show.
too. No pun.
No pun intended there, yeah. You head into school, you go to roll call. They tick off your name. After roll call, you quickly pull out your timetable from your pocket and you notice you have math class. Oh no, you forgot your Casio calculator at home.
I'm busy typing boobs all night.
Yeah, you left it at home. Again. Oh, Mr. Zeng will not be happy about this, guys. He will not be happy about this. It's finally time for lunch, guys. It's lunchtime. The bell goes off. You head over to the playground. The playground is buzzing with handball games.
Oh, handball.
while the cool kids are huddled in group gossiping about who's dating who and what they heard on MSN the last couple days. The moment is surrounded by energy of youth and promise of endless possibilities. The world feels like it's yours for the taking. Now on the way home from school, you pop into a nearby Blockbuster to rent the latest DVD release.
Never give it back.
You never give it back. Now, you don't know what to get, but your friend told you there's this new movie that's just been released. It's about the end of the world.
What is it?
The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Just been released on DVD and you want to go get it. You finally get home and you settle in for an early dinner with your family. The TV is buzzing with new episodes of Friends and The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. That was a classic.
Still have new episodes, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
That was the final season of Friends.
Yeah, 2004.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Before bed, guys, you flip through a magazine, marveling at the latest gadgets. Like the iPod Mini, it's just been released.
Holy moly.
And the brand new Motorola Razr. You know, the really thin one, guys? You really want that one.
I had one of those.
Same.
As you drift off to sleep, you can't help but wonder what the future holds in this rapidly changing world of technology and culture.
And then you grew up and put a pink beanie on.
And regretted all your decisions.
You grew a chin strap beard.
Mm-hmm. You eventually made that Facebook account, by the way. We all did.
Yeah. And then we got over it.
You know what's...
Holy crap, that was a journey.
I always I find it so crazy that we were all there for the early stages of Facebook and YouTube.
But that was when MySpace was popping, eh?
MySpace was huge.
Yeah, MySpace was, and a lot of people became like famous on MySpace, right? But I remember being in school, it was like IT class, and my friend was like, "Oh, come here." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Have you heard of YouTube?" And I was like, "Nah, what's YouTube?" She's like, "Look what I found." And there was the early video of Justin Bieber singing to that, what was her name, Esme? Oh, there was this girl's, it was this chick, and he's singing to her, "With You" or something, and she's showing me this clip of him.
This was way after YouTube, though. This would have been like 2008.
Is it? Maybe I'm getting
Either
memories.
way, yeah. Go
Yeah,
on.
But I still remember that, and then I was like, "This kid's gonna be so famous! Oh my god!
And
Like
then
he's
boom.
so good!" And then shortly, how many year later or 2 years later, he's like popping up
Good.
everywhere. I think I'm getting the two memories confused. Over my friend's like, "Have you heard of YouTube?" To when she showed me that, but it wasn't around the same. Like it didn't.
Yeah, I
seem
mean, there was
that
all
far
around
off.
that. There was all around the noughties, the noughts,
The
2000s
early
and
days.
whatever.
Wow, YouTube is actually pretty...
Old too.
No, it's not that old. That's what I'm thinking. I thought it was like really old.
I think
2005.
I think what always freaks me out, and I always feel like it was yesterday when this happened. When Janet Jackson's boob got revealed by Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and to
that
be
was
honest,
that was 20 years ago.
it was actually
That's
in my
crazy.
little story too about the news of Janet Jackson. But I was like, you know what? This is taking way too long. I'm gonna
Shrek 2 came out.
Shrek 2 in 2004.
Yep.
Yeah, but who cares about Shrek 2? I'm
That
sorry.
was the highest
It's not
grossing.
GOG.
Shrek-
That was the
yeah.
highest grossing film of the year that year.
Yeah,
But it was
would've
it
been.
was good though for part two. Like
Usher's Confession album,
That was
classic.
2002 as well.
best album of his.
Yeah, agreed.
Um,
Although, have you heard his latest song, "Kissing Strangers"? Is like amazing. Anyway, continue.
wow, no, that was just a great trip down memory lane there. I love that, Yaz. Can we
Yeah.
have more of those, please? The
We
way
could.
you narrate that's so nice.
It was more of a guy's perspective there. I'd love Nisha to come on board and give us a typical day of a girl back in 2000 or whatever.
I mean,
Or maybe in the 90s.
okay, in the 90s, this is what I've got here. Waking up, you're a young teenage girl in 2004, right? You wake up to your traditional alarm clock, or perhaps one of your mobile, your favorite CD as an alarm tone. Then you check your flip phone or your basic cell phone,
Yeah.
either or. I had a flip phone.
Same.
And check your latest text message, and as Yas said, you got none.
You've got none. Never.
Then you get ready for school. You choose an outfit. It might be, well, I went to an all-girls school, so it was uniform.
Everyone wears uniform.
Yeah,
In,
Yeah.
in
but,
Australia,
but like
they do.
would you put makeup on? Because girls at private schools, I think in public as well, because I went to both.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to wear makeup, right?
No, you
So
weren't allowed.
So you had to like put it on without putting it on.
I put
assuming
makeup
that'd be
on, but
something.
you had to be like very careful how you did it.
Yeah.
And I had a emo kind of.
Oh, you had the emo fringe.
And I
remember
had
seeing
mullet.
that photo of you.
Yeah, I had the full mullet. I had like the whole thing going, using my hair straightener or my
I straightened
crimping
my hair
iron.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you straighten your hair?
I did for a little bit.
I wonder
Do you
if
have
I wonder
photos?
if my MySpace is still active.
Then you would go to school and you would go to your locker and you might decorate it with some personal touches. You have handwritten notes to friends between classes. And do you remember the disposable cameras? Did you guys do this? You would have disposable cameras you'd bring like for school events, outings, because that was like all the rage. And then after school, you would like either do sports or whatever, which is pretty normal. I used to go to my friend's house, do like homework sessions or just hang out.
Yeah.
Never really a homework session, to be honest. And then come home and communicate via
MSN.
MSN, but
yeah.
you would have to, have AOL as well. What was AOL Instant Messenger? Was that MSN?
I never used AOL.
That was different, wasn't it?
I feel like that was like my brother used AOL and he's like 10 years older than me.
But I don't have, my memory's so vague here, but wasn't AOL like what dialed up the internet? It was like that, that's the noise it made.
I think AOL could have been an internet provider, but they also had like a little chat group.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We're going back to when the internet first launched publicly.
Do you remember the corded landline? Right? We all had a corded landline, and then you basically
had to plug in and plug out the internet.
Yeah, you couldn't be on the
modem.
phone.
Who picked up the phone?
Yeah.
You start yelling at your mum.
Because your internet just completely disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and
of
then
that, yeah.
The OC.
The OC,
Which was like,
that's good.
You go watch that. You had MySpace.
That last season of the OC pissed me off. They just
Oh,
rushed
the
through the
end.
entire thing because it got cancelled. So they just squeezed like the entire story into 4 episodes. And you're like,
I don't even remember it.
I
now.
do.
It's kind of like what they did with Game of Thrones.
Oh, is it?
Game of Thrones was
Have you
the worst ending.
Have you never seen Game of Thrones?
I've only seen the first 2 seasons.
Oh
How
my
do you
God.
watch 2 seasons and not continue?
I'm really weird that way. I have watched shows where I'm like maybe 3 episodes to finish and I'm like, I'm done.
What? You're a demon.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
evil.
dude.
That's evil.
That's
evil.
not like a normal brain wouldn't be able to do that. What do you mean 3 episodes left of an
but like-
entire?
Let's get.
Unless-
We're gonna get into this. We've run out of time.
Okay,
we're gonna get into this in the next episode. The demon behavior of
Yeah, we have to. I'm not
Be the
gonna.
title of that.
Let's do a motivational quote before we wrap it up. No matter where you are in life, celebrate it. It's either a product of your growth or a place that will help you grow. I can think of people that are forced into situations that are completely messed up, and we know that's happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
But putting that aside, if you can attempt to, celebrate what you have and where you are right now. I think that's a good way to do it.
I like that.
Even if you leave off 3 episodes from the finale.
No.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable.
Well, it depends. There's always context.
Well, we'll break that down in our next episode, guys. Thank you for being here. So make sure you subscribe. Already cancelled, and we'll see you next time. Have a
See
good
ya.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Already cancelled.
If you like the podcast, prove it. Like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave us a cheeky review.